Hi everyone, welcome back to another stream. Hope we're all doing well. So today we're going to do a bit more Phantasy Star IV End of the Millennium. So we just started this last week for anyone who didn't see. Yeah, hope you're having a good week, whatever you're doing. So yeah, we more or less just started this last week. So we basically got to a point where we've had to come to this little town, Zimmer, and everyone's been turned to stone. And we assume it's been done by someone called Zio, who's been kind of introduced to us, but not a huge amount. Not doing well, just got PD'd for a DF field after a sure end PD. Oof. Hi, Swamp Mitch and Jonathan as well. Good to see you. So yeah, we are still very, very early in the game at the minute. So first thing we'll do is we will talk to the party just to remind me where I'm meant to be going next. There you go, good to see you. Oh no, Professor Holt has been turned to stone. He'll be alright, Han. We can go to Molecomb and obtain the medicine. Didn't realise that. Alschlein. Molecomb, you mean that Motavian village south of Zimmer? Oh, calm down. Really, you're pathetic. Okay, I'm pretty sure this was Zimmer, if I remember correctly, so I assume we're just going south from here. Again, just for anyone who didn't see last time, this playthrough I'm not using a guide for. I'm basically just going to play through it as I would have done back in the day if I played it back then. And trying to sort of figure things out. If I do get really stuck, I will ask chat. But yeah, I would just say for anyone who's played it before, just try and keep spoilers to a minimum if you can. Okay, so they said south of Zimmer. I'm sure this was Zimmer. Alice's best girl. She has no chill whatsoever, but I respect it. So yeah, it's a bit of a guess where to go really, but... Oh, we got a grass assassin. I don't know how hard they are in this, so... It did hit me for like 12 damage. If you're ever confused to what town is which, just enter it, the name will appear. That is really useful. Okay, so we learned last time that we have apparently cheat codes. Yeah, I quite like that. I realise I'm not going to spam that, but... Alice continues to be OP. So they said south of Zimmer. So I'm going south of Zimmer. There is something there. This is Molecomb, so we've got the right place at least. Remember, the more detailed the enemy sprite, the more dangerous it is. If you think Tri-Blaster is OP, just wait. I mean, it feels OP in comparison to everything else I can do at the minute. But yeah, I know there are several different combinations you can do, so I'm excited to see what you can actually do. Well, there is a well there, so by the law of RPGs, we check this. It's a well. I'm not sure what I expected. I'm not sure what that is, but we'll come back to that. It does not appear there is much of Molecomb left, really. Yeah, well then. Stop wasting time, there's nothing here. I mean, you're not wrong, there is literally nothing here. Hello. Rune? Hey Alice, long time no see. I think I've seen this guy in like nearly all the promotional art. Also, is that Rune's theme? Are we actually getting character themes now? Is that what we're doing? I've never heard that in the game so far, and as soon as he shows up it plays, so I'm guessing it's maybe his theme. We love Rune in this house. Alice, you know this guy? From a long time ago. You can tell he's important because he's got his own theme tune, okay. Is Shorty here your current companion? I really like that theme. That's a really good theme. He's still a kid. Watch what you say. Stop it, you two. Oh, his theme is called Thray. Thray's his Japanese name. Okay. So we're continuing the theme of all the characters being named something different on the Japanese side. I mean, I will say I do know of the character Rika because obviously you've Rika's Claw in PSO. I know she's called Fal in the Japanese version. But yeah, I'm assuming that everyone else has different names as well. Got Stardew Valley, oh nice. More importantly, Rune, what's going on? This is all the handiwork of Zio. Zio, I bet the person who turned the people of Zima into stone is also... Well, your brain seems to work a little bit. So he's got sass as well, okay. I can't see things going well for Chaz, really, because we've already got Alice's sass to deal with. I'm calling Alice a cradle snatcher. You. Cut it out. It seems that everywhere we go, it's always Zio. Who is this Zio? I'm not sure. With the town destroyed, how are we going to find Alschlein? You're looking for Alschlein? We do love sassy characters, we do. In that case, you better go to Tono. Tono? Let's see, from here it's kind of far. First travel east to the village of Krupp. And from there, if you go north, you'll find a valley that leads to Tono. We don't have to pass by Krupp, do we? Why? Let's just head straight towards Tono. Alice? Yeah, I like how Alice's age is just question marks. I haven't decided yet. I'm going to invite myself to join your group. I mean, I'm not against it. You should go to Krupp. I mean, I intended on going to Krupp. I'm assuming there's a reason the hand doesn't want to go there. Which kind of makes me want to go there more. I've got some business there too. Don't listen to Han, he's just a wuss. Not so fast. We'd enjoy your company. Alice blushing. Just in time for Rune, yeah, just in time. Hey Jack, good to see you. Yeah, typical Lyle move. Yeah, just shows up, invites self to party. Hi, Bank. Alice. Good, we're all set. And Shorty, try not to get in the way. Yeah, it's kind of obvious, isn't it, God? I see that hydrate. I actually caught it straight away this time. Instead of an hour later like last week. Also, check out your stats every time you level up. There's a bug that only your HP gets updated when you level up. Check his party info. Ah, well. I say for this, I'm going to be checking all sorts because I kind of want to experience the most the game can give me. Stop calling me Shorty. My name is... Chaz. That's what you said your name was, right? Did Chaz ever say his name? Can't remember if he did. What, so there's a bug where you can level up and what, only your health goes up and nothing else? What a stupid name. Chaz is just getting buried. Alice did, okay. Alice, I think he's going to be more trouble than he's worth. In the original script and the prototype English script, Alice says, "Stop it, Chaz." Okay. Or Rudy in the Japanese version. Ha, I won't get in anyone's way. You already have. Your stats will be correct if you load the game. Okay. So is it just a case of just checking my levels when I level up, and if it doesn't look right, do I just save and then load the game? I'm a little uneasy about our destination. Okay, well, we've got runes, so let's check. Okay, he's quite strong. I mean, I thought Alice was strong, right? He has nearly double Alice's health. 136 TP. Just check status. What does he actually have anywhere? Let's have a look. Fire, water, grants, arrows. Hinas and Ryuka. I'm very glad to see Hinas and Ryuka, assuming they work the same as Phantasy Star 2. Yeah, this enters the party level 17. It's like Phantasy Star 3 all over again, isn't it? Just people are joining at whatever level they feel like. Although with 3, I think everyone joined at level 1. It was just the stats were all over the place. And he also had something called Flaily and something called Hewn as well. I have no idea what any of that does. Malcolm has been done in by Zeo. By the time I arrived, it was too late. Arrows Q sleep off. So possibly like, as it might be like arouse then, to like arouse someone from sleep. Okay, fair enough. The skills are also really good, okay. Sorry. But once we get to Tono, we'll be able to obtain Alshline, right? Tono, now that's north of the village of Krupp, right? Also, it is as in to arouse from sleep, okay. Also, you're telling me there's more statuses in the game than just poison? Would you like us to point out combo attacks, or do you want to find them? Some are kind of difficult to find out. I don't mind those being pointed out. It's mainly things like plot spoilers I don't want. But yeah, if you think there's anything that would help me like in the battles or anything, yeah, by all means, feel free to point them out. Still say they should have had a secret in that well. Maybe there is later. Okay, so I think they said go east. Was it east from here, I think? So they said we need to get a croup, and I think they said croup was east of here. Have a play with Hune and Fleur next encounter, they're fun, okay. Just out of curiosity, for Rune, and see he's got Hinas and Ryuka, do they work the same as Phantasy Star 2? As in, one of them's to escape from dungeons, one of them's to go back to a town? It's the same, Markle. Well, we'll go east first. So Hune and Flirty combo with elemental spells. Okay, that could be cool to try. So I'm going to assume this is the next place. Format acquired. I mean, hopefully he's more accurate than a format. Or I guess if he's just blasting stuff, then it doesn't matter. Rika lets you pick which one even. What is this privilege? Okay, I was thinking that Croup might be a bit further than that, but okay. I know Han didn't want to come here, but we're here. This is the village of Croup. Han, it's Han. You've come home. He just has nothing else to say. Because there is nothing hidden there. It's good to see you home, Han. Saya will be overjoyed to see you. Go see her. Who's Saya? Oh, well... Okay, nothing new there yet. We need Saya Law. Don't forget to chat with Patty. Do you mean just the talk on here? Just as a heads up, there will be sections that will be hidden in places that seem like they're out of bounds. It's good that you check in. Yeah, these are just repeating dialogue at the minute. There's an old Phantasy Star manga from 1990 called Third that ran in Sega's Spec magazine. Chaz was the main character, but it takes place 861 years before this game takes place. Interesting. This village's most successful citizen is Han, the armorer's only son. He's a professor at Motevia Academy. We're really proud of him. What? Well, if it isn't Han, I like how we said all that and didn't realise he was standing there. Maybe you can learn more in a side story. Okay, I just wanted to make sure there was nothing else there. Oh, come on, man. I love how he just doesn't realise Han's there. Well, Tono is north of here, but the road to Tono is like a maze. Moreover, the entrance to Tono is blocked by a large rock. That's what I heard recently. Excuse me. Also, we have ducks or swans. It's quite cute. What a pig this dog is. It never stops eating. Bow wow. Gee, what a fat little mutt. That's extremely rude. It might hurt the dog's feelings. Can you pet the dog? Unfortunately, it doesn't appear that you can. No animals, what's going on? Animals that haven't been mutated into like horrific monsters. What is this? Right, is there anyone else? We haven't spoken to you yet. I'm confident our child will be safe with Saya. 6 sidestep, by the way. See that little island in the big lake near here? The building on that island has been called Soldier's Temple since long ago. Once I swam over there, but there were monsters all over the island. It was frightening and I came rushing home. Reese was such a bad main character in Phantasy Star IV that they made the main character in 4 get bullied constantly by a big sister archetype. Just talk to all the people outside first, then we'll go in the houses. That lake there, it was created by a meteor that struck the planet. I feel like we've had a meteor in another Phantasy Star. The crater filled with water long ago. Unbelievable, huh? This must be a floodgate. It makes sense. Alright, I guess we can go in these houses now. Saya. Han, you've come home. I'm so happy. Saya, I've missed you. Let me introduce you to everyone. Wait, wasn't he saying a minute ago that he didn't want to come here? This is my fiancée, Saya. Fiancée? It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Saya. I don't know why she did the whole twinkly thing, but I'm here for it. I think Phantasy Star IV's interpretation in Motavia is my favourite. I love how it's kind of a mix of arid plains and desert. Yeah, you can tell it's reverted back a bit to how it was in the first game. But it's kind of cool to see how the people on the planet are kind of working with the planet and trying to manage the resources and everything they've got. He was getting patronised by the townsfolk, and I think he lied and told them he's a professor. Saya teaches children here in a home. This is your house. How rich are you? I'm impressed. Oh, no. It's about the only thing I'm capable of doing. Alice and Chaz are hunters. They're assisting me in my task. It's a difficult job, isn't it? There are other people around who doesn't want to say, okay. Thank you for taking care of Han. Check the bookshelves, will do. Now, don't you worry. Everything will be okay. But if anything were to happen to you, Saya... Han. Oh, you two. It's a children's picture book. Spoiled Rabbit of the Prairies. Look at this picture book. The 8-armed ant and the 6-legged spider. It's a children's picture book. The Golden Axe Volume 3. I see what you did there. It's interesting that it's Volume 3 as well. Look at this picture book, The Ceramic Soldiers. It's a children's picture book, The Bear Queen. Look at this picture book, A Day with Echo. I love it when they do stuff like this in games. Look at this picture book. Biography of the Great Professor Lubetz. It's a children's picture book. Run, Hedgehog, run. So we're saying that Sonic is lore accurate in Phantasy Star. Nice flowers. That's a bit harsh, Alice. There's nothing here. There's a child here. My teacher Saya is kind and beautiful. I love her. Good for you. Yeah, I like how the Golden Axe reference says Volume 3 as well. It's almost like they're acknowledging the Golden Axe team's involvement in Phantasy Star 3. I think the recent environmental disaster was deliberately caused by someone. What a smart aleck kid. Spoiler Drive at the Prairies is referring to the zombie bunnies in the second game. I want to be grow up to be like my teacher, Saya. I wouldn't like a guy like Han. Oof. He's got to be more reliable. Ahem. I want to use the bathroom, but I'll have to hold it till class is over. I don't want to miss a thing Saya is teaching. Everyone always mentions the Great Vegetables line from Persona 4, but no one says nice flowers. Chaz looks very similar to Anna/Amiya in a text adventure portrait. I wonder if they're related. I mean, hopefully he's got some of the lineage. When I grow up, I'm going to ask my teacher Saya to marry me. I think Han might have an issue with that. I made a promise to her. It's true. Thank you again for taking care of Han. Now, excuse me while I just rifle through all of your drawers and everything. That's actually different. It's not a good idea to open people's cabinets, but in this case, Chaz, oh, you're no fun. Got it, so Chaz is a pervert, okay. This one here looks like a difficult book. Motavia, the present and future. Hello, what's this? You sounded very British there. What's all this then? How to love and be loved. Wow. Nice flowers. I'm gonna make it a habit now of just interacting with every single flowers in this game in the hope that it's different ones. It's a kitchen, everything's put away neatly. So they didn't have to do all this for like really mundane objects. Like I didn't need to get a lecture about a sink, but here we are. Consider the daffodil. While you do that, I'll be over here going through your stuff. I'd like to introduce you to all my friends. They're also kleptomaniacs. Okay, we do have a weapon shop. Nice flowers. Yeah, the flavor text is really nice. It's really refreshing to see, honestly, after playing the first 3 games. It feels like there's a ton more to this game. One thing I do wish is, I know it's a game from like the early 90s, but it would be nice if it would show you like the stats of gear compared to what you've got. That would be really nice, but again, it's an early game. Because like looking at these at a glance, I don't really know what's an upgrade. More interactive in character than all of Phantasy Star 3. The only character we got in 3 was Lyle dying for no reason. Yeah, 3 just doesn't really have much character development at all, really. You have RPGs coming out in 2025 that don't have item comparison. It would just be nice. Okay, so let's see. So what are we using at the minute? I think the names become more obvious as you play and remember what you're using. So we're using mainly leather stuff at the minute by the looks of things. Leather. Leather. He's already got a circlet. I'm going to assume that the carbon stuff is probably an upgrade. We don't have that much money yet though, so we do need to be careful. So I think maybe get a carbon suit. Don't equip anything on Room, pro tip. He's OP right now, okay. I mean, at the minute, we don't really have enough money to upgrade everyone. I think Alice is already pretty strong as well, so maybe I need to focus on Chaz more. Oh yeah, definitely tricky, yeah. I mean, you know, it's, you know, from the early 90s, so I don't really expect it to have that. It's just, it'd be a nice thing to have. Lots of items from prior games here, so if you can remember the equipment progression from the past games, the same generally applies here. Okay. Well, I will buy a carbon suit. And then maybe we can get a carbon helm for Chaz. Is there actually any weapons in here, or is it the other entrance? I'm the shopkeeper now. Hans Pa talks like that, but it's thanks to Hans sending us the scientific literature that he's completed that a rural place like this is able to sell such splendid weapons. I mean, you say this, but I didn't see any weapons. No weapons here, just disappointed parents. Han, it's good to see you home. Okay, so this is Han's house. Okay, well, Han's parents' house. Your pa goes on like that, but really, he's very proud of you. I know, Ma. But my feelings won't change. So I'm assuming it's his dad that he was trying to avoid, I'm guessing? Han, considering that you're disinherited, you sure have some gall to step into this house. You don't help in the family business, you just study. What use is that? Pa, right now, the whole planet is in serious danger. I want to help with the power of science. That's why I'm studying. Wow, just nothing, huh? Okay, so I'm assuming that it was his dad he was trying to avoid. Carbon is meant to be like carbon fiber polymer stuff, I think. Which reminds me, we should actually equip that stuff we got. Okay, yeah, that is a decent jump in defense, actually. Okay, we have another carbon suit there. Wait, do I have like a spare carbon suit here? Or am I reading this wrong? Because I do have a spare one, that's very useful. Hopefully we'll get a new entry in the series that continues the Lost Tech High Fantasy motif. I really like it, yeah. Found the other carbon suit in the Birth Valley dungeon. I'm glad you remember that. I remember doing the dungeon, but I don't remember anything that I got from it. Well, in that case, I think... let's see, that will give Alice 26. I kind of feel we'll give it to Han, because Han's defense is kind of garbage at the minute. Leather is made from sandworm skin according to the official guidebook. Doesn't surprise me because I think the town we got all those from, that was the place where they had the sandstorm and the sandworm ranch. Okay, town just ends there, okay. I guess we'll rest here while we're here. Nice flowers. 60 Mazetta. It absolutely mugged for my money there. Leather made from sandworms because you don't see any cows around here. No, I do question how they farm sandworms, but I won't think about that. It's fine, you will get more Mazetta. Good. These must be supplies. Fun fact, you can double up on shields if you want bigger defense and don't mind losing melee attacks on that character. They can still use text and skills. Okay. Now you know how Han feels. I'm assuming this becomes relevant later. Oh, can we not go behind the counter here? Fine. So I think we've done everything here that I can tell. We checked there. Oh, there was this shop as well. Nice flowers. Nice flowers. If Alice doesn't demand Mazetta from Han, you couldn't even afford it. Yeah, Alice has basically funded the entire trip so far. I'd rather Han has funded it by proxy of Alice. Okay, so I don't even need telepipes or escapipes now, do I? Because I've got Rune. Unless Rune disappears like mid-dungeon and just abandons me in the middle of a dungeon. We've got plenty of monomates. I think we'll be fine for now. We've got a few antidotes as well, so... Sell old gear. Good point. Also, the mail thing, is that actually a thing I should be doing? Like checking the mail? Mailboxes, nothing for us here. Can't remember. Okay, I'm assuming that everything in here is just gear I'm not using, because I can't see any of the carbon stuff, so... Got to keep inventory clear from while looting, yeah. I still don't know that in PSO though, to be fair, so... Alright, that goes a bit more money at least. So maybe since we've got a bit more money... Maybe we could get something else for someone. We could get a carbon suit for Alice, actually. Which is maybe the player. There's also the helm for Chaz as well. I think it's probably more important though to get a carbon suit for Alice. Just because stuff actually seems to do decent damage to you in this, so... Could put Rune at the front of the party because he's the strongest. Always nice to see someone checking out the early parts of the series. I've been going back through them all, Brightstar, and good to see you as well. You know, I know you're like sort of very heavily involved with Phantasy Star as a whole, so it's good to see you. Yeah, I've been going through all the classic games for the first time. I've never really played them, despite playing like thousands of hours of PSO. So I've played through 1, 2, and 3 so far. And just started 4 last week. Been really enjoying them, honestly. Yeah, let's give her the carbon suit. And while I think on, yeah, let's put Rune at the front. So I'm assuming the further they are towards the front, the more likely they are to get attacked. Which, considering Rune has like 93 health, probably isn't an issue. Alice is Lyra or Lila in Japanese. Sega promised the Phantasy Star IV would feature the return of Alice in one of the major English game magazines, so I guess they changed Lila's name to deliver the promise. One tip that's relevant now, some items can be used in combat. Check out Rune Staff. Oh cool, so is that a bit like Phantasy Star II then? When new members are added, your macros will add the new member with an attack command. Okay. There is so much to remember in this game. I'm happy about it though. So if that's the case then... So if you're making a macro for an Upwards Tri-Blaster, is there a benefit to putting a specific character first for the macro? He's not really a tank, but the level difference goes a long way at this point in the game. Okay. So I guess maybe until the other characters catch up a little bit and then we can switch the party around later on. If the slowest doesn't go first, you risk the combo not happening. Okay. Putting this slowest character first ensures the attack doesn't get interrupted by enemy attacks breaking the combo. Ah, fair enough. Okay, so you've got 22 agility. 10. 6. Okay. So in that case, it'd be hand first then. For anything involving hand, yeah, he's first. Fair enough. I mean, I have no idea if Rune even factors into this one, but I feel I need to try it. So obviously Fight and Watt are already in the list. So I would guess maybe put Gra? Don't forget skills, okay. So it's Flairly and Hewn. Let's try that one. I feel like a lot of this is just experimentation. Rune has 2 AoEs he can do himself via Hewn and Gra. Okay. Right, let's just try that. Okay, so we're gonna go north from here, fair enough. Keep trying them out. Yeah, I want to kind of experiment with them and just see what they do. If Tri-Blaster doesn't take the enemies out, Hewn definitely will. The entrance is blocked. No sweat. This should be a cinch. Everybody, stand back. Flairly. Okay, so I assume Flairly is a nuke then. Also, I like how we're this early and we just got like the most OP character ever. Flairly and Hewn is the Japanese name of fire and wind from Phantasy Star 1. Oh, okay. I've got to say, and again, no spoilers, but Rune's appearance does look a little familiar. I don't know if that's intentional, but... Technique's different too. I'm not surprised you've never seen it before. This is what they call magic. That makes sense because it was called magic in Phantasy Star 1. Magic? Okay, I was expecting a bit more there. Valley Maze. Oh, this sounds great. It's not a maze, it's super simple. You can fully explore easy, okay. I mean, I'm going to try the macro, obviously. Well, I guess we'll never know what Hewn does. We don't use techniques here. None of that baby stuff. Format, nah. Okay, so you can go straight there, but let's check this way first. Now, I'm going to assume that spamming Tri-Blaster is... I'm going to guess that's maybe not the play because you'll probably run out of TP, I'm guessing? You could always put Rune's attack to go off first in the macro. Okay, I just want to see what Hune does. Straight ahead is item, left is progression. Okay. Yeah, he's like really strong, isn't he? Just beg the question of why I even need the other party members at this point. Okay, got an antidote. I mean, it's better than nothing. Okay, I do need to see now. Wait, I can use Flurry 12 times. Ah, it's because it hits one target, fair enough. You have enough abilities for 2 new combos if you want to experiment or have someone tell you. It's for the combos, I don't necessarily mind being told. It's more just like the plot stuff I don't want to be spoiled on. Yeah, it's really strong. We're probably overkilling them, to be honest. Okay, let's try setting another one up then. So try fight with Hune. Try water and Hune, okay. So do both those work then, fire or water? Or fire and Hune, okay. The blobs earlier suffered a humiliating defeat. Try both. So for this, because obviously I want to do Fire and Hune, for the other characters, would I just tell them to attack? Because it doesn't seem there's a way of just macro on the two. So I'm guessing you still have to command them, but just tell them to attack. Attack item or defend, fair enough. Try using Rune Staff, okay. Does that use it in battle like the Phantasy Star II gear? With Fire and Hune, it won't matter what you tell the rest to do, okay. I did get the wizard dude name. He seems incredibly overpowered. And I'm for it. Alright, let's try this. Alright. That works. Certain items and weapons have skills. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's one thing I really liked in Phantasy Star 2. I kind of missed that when we played 3, honestly, amongst other things. Pretty much Rafoy, but imagine if they pulled off combos in Modern Phantasy Star. Yeah, I'm just trying to think, did they ever try revisiting anything similar to that? I think the nearest thing we've got to combinations is like combination techniques in PSR2, isn't it? But that's not comboing with other people. I guess you're fought on blast combos in PSO, but... Okay, next thing I want to try. Okay, I have to use it on someone. It's not letting me do it on an enemy, so I'm assuming it's like either a buff or a heal. What's the verdict so far? I really, really like it. I think already it's my favourite one of the 4. Yeah, it's the thing, they don't really change effects, do they? They just stack the effects of the existing ones. I have no idea what it's going to do, so I'm just going to use it on... I don't know, just use it on... Rune. I just want to see what it does. And then we can... Yeah, we've got to give them some hope that they're going to win. Never mind. I have no idea if that's progression or an item. That feels like maybe progression. Cancel command mode, that's why it didn't go through. Yeah, I guess because if you go into macro, you have to give everyone a command, don't you? So, yeah, that would make sense. Right, let's try this again. So, wood cane. Let's try using it on Chaz, just out of curiosity. Okay, that's good to know. Never happened in later Phantasy Star games, but a game called Magicka Diablo like had a spell combo mechanic. I've heard of Magicka, I've never actually played it though. This game also had almost had 3D dungeons too. They scrapped it though. The screenshots of it in magazines. Because didn't they use like a high capacity cartridge for this game or something as well? A higher memory cartridge or something. So I know when you look at the emulation files in the Genesis Mega Drive collection, like this is by far the biggest of anything else. I feel like that might be a progression route. It was supposed to be a Sega CD release originally. Oh, okay, that makes total sense then. macros the speedrunners make as using the wood cane because it'll automatically use it on the most injured character. Also, the game actually recognises that and uses it on whoever needs healing the most. I'm just trying to explore a bit, just so I don't miss anything too much. And see why it gives you so many macro slots as well. Because I guess there's certain situations where you don't want certain characters to be using techs. Yeah, that is quite useful. I just want to see what the actual tech's like on its own. Some people set up a macro just for setting up round 1 buffs. That sounds like a really good idea, honestly. Why do we need the other party members? Lunch break over, catch you on Sunday, stream Sky. Oh, no, where's the remote? Good to see you. I've got no idea what we're playing on Sunday yet, but yeah, it'll be Phantasy Star of some description. It's a shame you can't pick who shifter goes on with a macro. Okay, was that the correct way, or have I run around a circle? No, that is a new area, okay. Is there anything else in this dungeon that I need to grab before I move on? We'll go back, so it's fine, keep going, fair enough. I was not expecting that music. It's just like continual bangers, isn't it, this? I can imagine it would get old pretty quick. Didn't find any fancy gear, just a few recovery items. Oh yeah, I guess you can use Ryuka here. This is Tonoa. Hey, how did you get in here? Is that noise in the song, is that a dog barking? Because it kind of sounds like it. This is my least favourite song. Yeah, I liked it when I first walked in. It is starting to get old. What level are you currently? 5, 5, 7, and then Rune is 17. No, actual Motavians on Motavia, who'd have thought? Yeah, I thought it was tied to the music track, yeah. Oh god, time to grind. I'm not going to come around the counter to see if you've got anything else to say. They had to sample a dog bark to make the Jawa Ewok Tusken Raider town complete. There is a definite similarity, isn't there? Sir, you won't find anything behind the counter. This is the bad part of this game. Nice flowers. The grind or the music? Why not both? The level disparity is going to be on full display. I was going to say, is it one of these games where you'll get to certain points in the game and just need to grind for a while? I mean, I'm kind of used to that from Phantasy Star 2. This guy survived biome alert. I'm still somewhat traumatized from biome alert. My husband likes to sit lost in thought. He's probably somewhere thinking about something right now. Nice flowers. Silvergun made a remix of this song to the tune of Undertale's Annoying Dog. Yeah, exactly, yeah. At least the husband doesn't have a weapon fetish, like the guy in PSO. Other enemies would take more damage from human than the blobs if you want to see it. Said you played 1 to 3. If it's not obvious, this is the town of Motavians. You met them previously in Phantasy Star 1 as enemies, and then Phantasy Star 2 in the garbage dump. Yeah, I've seen them show up in a few of the games. I think, was it Roron, I think it was, in Phantasy Star 2? I think they're the ones that give you the jet scooter thing, aren't they? You don't have to grind, but you probably won't afford all the new gear available here if you don't. Fair enough. It's full of books about engineering. And then it's a cabinet. What more do you want from me? Here's some generic soda. Cola? Please tell me there's some burgers somewhere as well. Is he a shiny one? Alshline? I know nothing about it, but if you have questions, you should go to Grandfather Doran. Uni's physical elements same as your regular attacks, but combos do damage based on the best elemental vulnerability. Generic soda is better than nothing, Cola confirmed. Wait, we've literally just been in here. Parmenians like to go to war. I refuse to get embroiled in battles started by people like that. I mean, last I checked, Parma's not doing so hot. This looks like food, I think. He's glaring at me. Let's move on. Kind of little hidden armor store. Oof, yeah, we're gonna need grind a bit. Yeah, definitely a few things we want. Probably want the titanium mill for definite. We probably need 2 of them. Next area will fund Joker. Probably because you insulted the next guy along's food, yeah. He saw me coming and just thought, right, I'm going to raise the prices now. Hey, it's a Parmenian. Help. Don't worry, I'm not going to hurt you. We're just traumatizing this entire town. Cure paralysis. Go away. How rude. Racism in my Phantasy Star IV. Who'd have thought? You Parmenians, why are you here? Go away. Go away. This shop owner is asleep. I won't wake him up. Speciesism. Look at all this junk. Are these actually articles for sale? It looks like they're closed today. Out of my way and stop roaming around aimlessly. Bit of fourth wall breaking. Okay, yeah, we are going to need some money. Might be worth buying one of those for Alice. Just for the time being. I feel like outside of Ruin, Alice is our main damage at the minute, so it's their job to roam around aimlessly, not mine. Interesting that they call them Parmenians, even though Parm has been lost for 1,000 years. I know, maybe that's to hint that they've been maybe cut off from people for a while. Oh, it's a Parmenian. We don't have anything to sell to you. Looking at them like, I know what you are. If you ever want to remove equipment, when you select the equip option, push left. Okay, that's quite useful. Our pride and joy is the refined art of titanium. I bet you've never seen a weapon of titanium in any of your towns, have you? I did just buy a titanium slicer, so, you know. It's also a bit hard to tell how many have Earth family origins, given how integrated they've become before the events of Phantasy Star II. They're sort of a cross-galaxy species at this point. I suppose it's been a long time over the course of all the different games, so it does make sense that it will kind of spread throughout the system. It's very suave. We'll come back to you. Ah. I'm guessing you're a bit put off by our presence here. And the other one's just like, oh, yeah, I'll talk to you. You know, I lived in Morecambe, but Zio attacked Morecambe. My brother fought valiantly. He just wasn't a match for Zio. Quick save before talking to the guy in the chair, okay. My mum and dad both died. My brother and I barely escaped with our lives. It's also while we're here. Just in case the autosave doesn't work for some reason. I'm the information monger, Grandfather Doran. What exactly do you want to ask? Is it about the secret of refining titanium? I mean, I would like more titanium gear. And you do seem quite keen on titanium. So I'll say yes, and then we'll see what happens. I see. It is referred to as a secret, and it really is a secret. No, it's not about the secret of titanium. Why would I ever ask that? You want to know why the path to this village is blocked by a rock? I mean, it's not anymore. I'm going to say yes to see what you say. In preparation of a possible assault by Zeo, we've closed ourselves off. Ah. I apologize in advance. And do you want the measurements of that famous and beautiful hunter Alice Brangwyn, also known as the 8-stroke warrior? I mean, we've said yes to everything else. Also, how do you know Alice? Now you're talking. Starting from the top, 36, 20. Rip. Yeah, I really, really like the sense of humor this game has. Ouch. What are you doing? How dare you strike me without warning? Yikes. Alice Brangwyn. You blabbing old fart. Do you tell every single fool who comes here my measurements? Help me. Ah, Rune. It's you, Rune. Please help me. He's like, help a bro out. Yeah, also, yeah, we'll gloss over 8-stroke warrior. You don't change, do you, old man? Please excuse him, will you, Alice? The old man doesn't have any bad intentions. That's why I put up with it. That was putting up with it. Grandfather Doran, I came to retrieve the item I entrusted in your car. Also, these people are looking for Alshline. Ah, if what you want is Alshline, feel free to take whatever you need. It's in the back of the basement warehouse out back. Go help yourselves. Thank you. Alice, let's go. Oh, wait. That place is unused right now, so it may be a teensy bit dangerous. Is that Grizz? Will you help guide these people? Is it Grizz or Grizz? I just say Grizz, I don't know. My pleasure. My name's Grizz. Nice to meet you. Well, I have some business with Grandfather Doran here, so I'll say so long here. Oh yeah, Pipsqueak. Now don't leave me, Rune. You can't go. G Riz. That name in Japanese is totally different. I always wondered why they changed the name so much for the Japanese version. For like all the games. Say Grizz like a grizzly Motavian. We'll go with that. Oh yeah, Pipsqueak. I've had enough of you. Don't get any silly thoughts. Like taking on Zeo into that little head. You just call him Bird Person. Huh? Guys. At this stage of the game, you're no match for him. The game? Maybe our paths will cross again. I hope they do very soon. Alice. Yeah. Take care. Me? Taking on Zeo? Thanks, Rune. Namespace limitations. Make a character so bad he's bullied by the entire party. Yeah, I know for some of the games I know it was more to do with the way the Japanese names are, because obviously in Japanese you use typically the katakana or hiragana for the names, usually katakana. And because that you can fit much longer names in because it's broken down to sounds. And I guess they wanted it for the Western version, maybe they find it quite difficult to bring those names over with the character limitations. But it's just crazy how different the names are. They're not even remotely similar for the most part. Yeah, so we enjoyed our time with Rune. Okay, Grizz has quite a lot of health. If you want the wood cane, reload your quick save. You can rob Rune. So how do I do it? Do I just reload the save? Because I would quite like that wood cane. Done fine without it, but if you want it, go for it. You won't find another for a while, and it's a random drop. Oh, okay, so you just reload and unequip it from him, so then when he leaves the party, he doesn't have it with him. Okay. Yeah, I have no qualms doing that. None of this ever happened. I say this only now realizing I forgot to rob Rune of his wood cane. Okay, so now we can do this, I guess. I don't know if I need to go through this again, but I will because it doesn't take long. At least we get to see Alice punch him again. I also like how she was going for a second punch as well. I love they did an angry sprite just for this scene, yeah. Yeah, you can see her, she's like, there's actually like sort of marks above her head, isn't there, to like show she's angry. Yeah, her face is red as well. Yeah, see you, Rune. So I'm going to assume probably equip it on a character that doesn't attack that often. So, what, maybe on Han? Information Monger is so good at keeping secrets, he tells random strangers if they want to know everything he knows. Just keep it in inventory, anyone can use it. Okay, so you don't have to actually have it equipped. Fair enough. I miss Rune. I miss him already. What a gaudy chair. What awful taste. So let's have a look at Grizz actually and see. He has titanium gear already. That's quite useful. You don't need to equip the item to use it in battle. That is great news. He is very, very slow. He does have a lot of attack power though. Yeah, he's like twice as strong as Alice. That okay. He's a slow and tanky boy. So probably ideal to be in first position in the party then. Also, let's see what you got for skills. You do not have skills. Okay. Do you have any techniques? No. I'm going to ask a really stupid question, but if Grizz has no skills or techniques, why does he have TP? Does he learn them later on? First non-human party member, well, unless you count Nair. I mean, there was also Ren and Mew in 3. But I wouldn't blame you for getting 3. You know, I lived in Malcolm. Yeah, we've been through this. I'm very sorry about your parents. Oh, we do have some new dialogue. Hannah, I promise you that one day I will exact revenge. He has them, just none you can use outside of battle. Okay. Rose is an AoE instant kill against biological enemies. Crash is a single target insta kill against anything but mechanical enemies and more vulnerable. So he's the Josh Kine of Phantasy Star IV. I'm for that. Well, and Hugh, I guess. The Woodcane has some lore attached to it in its description if you want to look at it. What, things actually have descriptions? A cane made from the wood of a Laramie tree. Ah. That is, if I remember correctly, isn't that the tree you have to find in Phantasy Star 2 to get the gum? Oh, that was the Meruera tree, wasn't it? But there was a Lerma nut was in another game. Was that Phantasy Star 1? I seem to remember that there was a Lerma nut in one of the games. I think it was Phantasy Star 1. Okay, so he has bros at the minute. Okay. And then crash. So I just need to remember that he has instant kill stuff. Was from the first game, okay. Oh, is that what the nut did? I couldn't remember. Yeah, that's just before you go to the castle at the end, isn't it? Bros, aka he calls in his bros and things happen. Okay, does anyone actually need healing? No, good. Oof, it's rusted shut. Well, there's a little trick to opening this door. Just hold here, like so. Then 1, 2, 3, lift. It opened. Take your time and go back to heal if you need to. And yes, the music will be a bit maddening. Great, let's go in. Okay, let's just save it at the start. Grizz will only get 1 use of Bros because of low TP and he's very slow, but he also does the most damage and there's some big tough enemies coming up. Nice. He's about to learn. Okay, we have huge ass frog. Lots of loot in the dungeon if you want to explore, plus some stuff that's not sold at the shop. How does Grizz know this trick if he only just recently arrived from Molcom? Yeah, that's a really good point, actually. Don't forget all reliable Tri-Blaster. I guess, so is it worth in this dungeon just like doing a bit of it, then going back and healing, doing a bit more? Frog. Frog can paralyze you. Can't now. One thing I really don't know yet is I don't know if I should be using the macro stuff all the time or if I should be using it now and again. I kind of feel that I'm going to burn out quite quickly spamming it a lot, but it is way more damage than anything else I can do, so... This is literally double the size of all Motavians. If there's frogs, maybe it's worth using Tri-Blaster, okay. Bros has something like a 1 in 4 chance I'd only bother against a group of 4. And probably not even then, to be honest. The rest of the party will probably have already killed them. We did save right at the beginning of the dungeon, so... When you learn Zan, you can get a combo with cheaper TP, okay. That's one of the issues I've got at the minute, is that Tri-Blaster is quite TP heavy. Okay, yeah, Grizz is pretty strong. Use it during a period of pure grinding. Other times, if I'm trying to progress, I may simply run from several battles in a row. I was a bit worried about doing the run strat because I know particularly in Phantasy Star 2, it seemed like it was really hard to run from fights. So we are taking about 1 a turn, so it's not too bad. Obviously a lot faster if we use stuff like Tri-Blaster, but I just do not have the TP to be spamming that every turn. Yeah, the enemies are a lot stronger now, as Chaz just found out. We've got a Cure Paralysis. Is there a Cure Death? I like how it says status dying. Running is usually easier in this game, okay. Use Tri-Blaster to your heart's content. It's quick to go to sleep at the end, especially if you bring an Escapipe. Oh, that's a really good point. We don't have Rune now, do we? So we can't use Ryuko anymore. That sucks. Yeah, I'm dying over here. Okay, we've got a Monomate. Average level of things here is around 15. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to say we don't have Rever yet. Thankfully that isn't in here. Look at Chaz's sprite. Oh yeah, he's not walking. So that's like an indicator when you're on the map to show you that a party member's dead. Huh. That's actually quite useful, actually. I mean, you would hope that you would notice that, but there's certain mob combinations that you absolutely just want to run from. Okay. But Chaz in the front. Would he get targeted more if he was at the front, though? Okay, Chaz is back. Get Titanium Slicer and maybe armor for Chaz and Han if you can. It's like 1120 for the armor. Obviously, we would get a little bit selling the armor we've got. Grizz is tougher than Chaz. It just looks funny to have everyone pushing him around while he's dying. Oh yeah, let's get another slasher for Alice. Looks really funny when the dying character is in front. Okay, I got a little bit more attack for her. The still sprite is also an indicator for another ailment. Okay. So I know you said that the enemies in here are by level 15. Obviously, I'm only like level 5 to 7. So should I even be in here? Or should I be grinding outside? I mean, I guess if I'm spamming Tri-Blaster and then come back to the inn. Mob is out in the basement. Okay, before we get going. Yeah, so we've got a Tri-Blaster set up. Is there any other macros that are worth me setting up at the minute with this party? Remember to bring an Escapade. That is a really good point, actually. Let's go and grab one of those now. Room being gone sucks. It was nice while it lasted. That's armor. So which one's tools? Lower right, okay. Maybe not that one. Okay, there, we've got an Escapade, so... Yeah, I've got to say that music is starting to get a bit grating. Okay, so I guess we just go into the fight and just hit Tri-Blaster. Yeah, these don't mess around. I'm guessing because Alice is paralyzed, that's why it hasn't worked. Rune should have said we weren't ready for Blob. Would gelling actually make much difference here to these? I don't know how effective it is. Because we're taking a lot of damage. Maybe what I should do is maybe I should set another macro for another Tri-Blaster that has Chaz in. Just in case another character gets paralyzed. Use water, okay. I don't have enough HP to bother with gelling. Well, Alice is dead. It's a Mazetta check. If you have the gear, it's way different. Fair enough. Goose is tanking everything. At least they drop cure paralysis. They do. I mean, the issue was that Alice was the one that got paralyzed, and now she's a bit more than paralyzed. This is the training arc. We got one fight there. I'm guessing that once we've got enough Mazetta to get the armor, though, that'll help. Yeah, that's the thing. We're having to go back to the inn every time to revive people. Okay, we have 830 Mazetta. We need about 1100 to get one of the armors. Yeah, if Alice gets 2 attack turns, it's 1. If she doesn't, she's just dead. Okay, here we are again. So I feel like, should we just, instead of trying to push through this dungeon, just literally stand near the entrance and just grind a little bit, because we are clearly very low level and need gear. Try to push a bit for chests. Okay, we got lucky. That's usually the plan I went with if I didn't grind while having rune. You got the escape for if you lose a party member. Yeah, I guess so, yeah. Yeah, I really miss Rune already. I should probably save after each fight, actually, just in case I do die. 100 Mazetta, nice. You got a lot of monomates and everyone who has Resta could use that TP for Tri-Blasters. So yeah, maybe focus on using the monomates instead. Oh, Abe Frog is back. It's so nice when Tri-Blaster goes off. I mean, we're getting good money from the fights. Rune leaving the party feels like the TEF carry leaving midway through the run. I think I remember seeing a chest with 500 Mazetta in here. Here's hoping. Please let me try a blaster. Thank you. So the strat at the minute is basically pray, hope try a blaster goes off. That's about as far as I've got with planning. Yeah, problem is Chaz is now... So is Chaz showing up in yellow there because... I'm assuming is that because he doesn't have enough TP to do too? Tried having a talk. We haven't actually, no. I could do that in a minute. Got enough for armor and in. That sounds fantastic. Now, do I want to escape or do I want to try running out? Yellow means out of TP, out of skill points. I think we escape then just to not risk it. Yeah, I'll get one straight away. Somehow the body has become lighter. Oh, back to this music again. Okay, so first thing. Escape noises. At least with the grinding in this, at least we're actually making money relatively quickly. Yeah, I do wonder that, Nemu, why they just like, yeah, just put a dog barking in the song. Okay, now I try and remember which one is the weapon shop. There we go. Yeah, so I think we want to probably focus on the armor first. So we need the survivability. Shop finding plus this BGM feels like a war crime. Yeah, so we can get one titanium mail. I think just give that to Alice. I know we could give it to Grizz and just make him an absolute monster, but I think he might already have it anyway. I'm sure he comes with titanium gear. So I think maybe Alice. Alice then Chaz. Because Chaz really doesn't have that much health, so I don't think the arm will help him as much. Chaz going to start hitting hard with the titanium sword. Okay, so we are broke again. It's funny because when you equip it, your defense only goes up by about 5, which doesn't feel like that much. Okay, so we got an escape. Yeah, tit and mill. Yeah, let's see if that helps at all. I think the issue I've got at the minute is I don't really know which enemies are worth using Tri-Blaster on, necessarily. You can gamble 2 auto attacks. Also just regular attacks. I'm assuming surprise attack is just I get an extra turn, basically. Gamble 2 auto attacks and hope you don't get status. Is it moving? Blast it. The issue is that really Alice and Grizz are the only ones doing damage at the minute with normal attacks, so... I'll try it though, because I want to see actually how much damage they actually do. Okay, so those guys I'm not too worried about. We might be able to save Tri-Blasters on those fights. Nope, Chaz leveled. Skill Crosscut has been mastered. Tell me more. We can only use it once. You can get more uses. Oh, you get more uses, okay. Han is the only one who's useless in melee. You could change a macro to have him use Woodcairn. Yeah, I suppose that's actually not a bad idea, is it? Because then he's kind of topping the party up as we go. Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. So, Alice, Chaz, Han, Grizz. So if we were doing that and putting Han with the wood cane, would it be more beneficial for him to go first in the macro? Or is that just slowing out other characters down for no reason? No, because he will delete everyone apart from Grizz, okay. So is it only really if you're wanting to combo that you want a slow character first? If you're not comboing, you typically want faster first? If you put Han first, everyone will take hits, okay. So I'm guessing that Grizz is probably slower than Han. So would you typically go Grizz next or Han next? Han before Grizz. So it's just in speed order then, okay. Grizz is super slow, fair enough. So Chaz next with attack. Okay, yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, we're fine for health as well. Cool. Another surprise stack. So let's try this macro we just set up. Yeah, and see how that's useful. I guess if hand's not really doing much damage anywhere, then it kind of makes sense to go with that. Okay, that feels a bit better. Getting the good luck now to make up from earlier. Double shield, Han, wood cane spam, unless you want to cast something. Oh, did he get anti there? He did, and you can use it outside of battle as well. Cool. No RNG and no tech customization. I mean, the tech customization was a cool idea in 3. The whole RNG of whether anti and reverse would work, not so much. I'm going to assume that anti is just for poison on this. Okay, so nothing else there. I like how they do 1 damage to Grizz. Okay, so if I macro this now, let's see how this works. Ah, the agility down screwed me there. Okay, so it does still work, it's just out of order. Fair enough. So I'm guessing that happened because Chaz's agility got dropped by the enemies. So because of that, it put his speed at a different stage of the macro, so it kind of screwed up the order of it. I like how we get almost the same money from that fight compared to the horrific ones we were getting earlier. Actually, while we're here, let's talk to our party as well, because we haven't for a bit. So there's Alshline in the underground warehouse of Tunna. Thanks for being our guide, Grizz. No problem. You can leave everything to me. I do really like that Alice can hit every target on screen. That's really nice. I still love the animations, honestly, in this as well. I really like that animation there that Alice does when she throws the slices. I can definitely see the benefit of having Han do the wood cane on a macro. I know you're not going to want to do it every single turn, but for a turn where you just want to attack and top your party up a bit, it seems really useful. And I'm guessing there that was because maybe the enemies were faster than me, so they sort of sneak into the order. It's kind of funny. It kind of reminds me a bit of the system they use in Final Fantasy X. In Final Fantasy X, there's this kind of turn order thing where I think in that different actions have different speed, but I kind of liked how the enemies had a set like turn order. You had a turn order. There's good items on this floor in the storage rooms on the right, but you can walk past them entirely to the stairs. Nope, Alice learns Zan. Zan is nice, it can replay Hune in combo attacks. So, for this combo attack then, is it worth Alice using Zan instead of Foy here? Oh, that mess it up. Tri-Blaster is those three in any order, okay. Zan won't Tri-Blaster, okay. And for the Fire and Ice Storms, okay. Okay, so for this one, so we'll go water. Okay, so Chaz attack, Han water, Alice Zan, Grizz attack. I do really appreciate the help with all the macro in this, by the way, because it's taken quite a bit of getting used to. Okay, so Chaz attack. Then Han water. Alice, Zan, and then Grizz attack. Okay. I mean, I need to try it, obviously. Cool. Yeah, we've got Rabada. You'll eventually learn Giwat, Githu, and Gifoy, but they won't try Blaster. Gizan and Giwat is a more powerful Blizzard though. Oh, nice. I think we're okay at the minute. There is a rat. Oh, can I not interact with the rat? 500 Mazetta. Excellent. ASL3 should bring back party combos. Will be fun coordinating party members online to do them. The only issue with that is playing NGS, anything that requires any kind of coordination typically goes disastrously wrong. Unless you have like a dedicated party that uses voice chat, or check visit state to make sure his stats actually increase. Thanks for a reminder on that. I want to see combos in a Phantasy Star game again. I mean, it would be cool. I do like it in this. Because there is nothing in there. The rat is gone. I saw one in another room. I will say the enemies are still actually doing reasonable damage to Alice. Okay, we've got a surprise attack now. These things I don't like. Yeah, not dealing with that. So anyways, I started tri-blasting. Another 300 Mazetta. So I guess this is basically the dungeon that lets you gear up. With a surprise attack, you can probably take them all out with melee before they hit you. Okay. That scares me. So out of curiosity, is there much difference in strength between Tri-Blaster and Blizzard? It felt like Blizzard was a bit weaker, maybe? I guess because it's using 2 techs instead of 3? Tri-Blaster hits the right element weakness. I'm going to say actually, so element weakness hasn't really been a thing in the other games. So is that actually starting to be a thing now in this? I think we try a blast of these because these kind of scare me. Oh, poisoned. You go with Blizzard because Chaz was more physical, okay. Cool, I know we do have an antidote. Element weakness is huge in Phantasy Star IV if you want to do optimal. It's something I found kind of weird with the first 3 games, that it kind of wasn't a thing. It was a thing in 1 for sure. I remember the different dragons. I barely remember, to be honest. So poison in this game, does it work similar to 2 and 3, where you just can't heal when you're poisoned? Or does it actually hurt you over time? I mean, we're getting rid of it regardless. Poison is damage over time, okay. Can't recall, I just heal it. Okay, we have plenty of monomates here, so let's use one on Alice. Got an anti-2, but save TP for blasting. Yeah, it seems like using all my TP on Tri-Blast and Blizzard is like the play at the minute. The way combos work is they do the sum of your individual damage with the skill and technique, and then possibly applied AoE instead of single target, and then it does damage based on the best element. Okay. It's kind of crazy how complicated that is and how it works all out. I will heal Chaz as well, just because I know some of the enemies here do hurt. Okay, nothing there. Game has tons of detail, even in gameplay. I love it. It seems like way more developed than the previous 3 games. I mean, I think there was an element of this in Phantasy Star 2 with, you know, like the gear that could have abilities in battle and things like that. It felt like they were starting to experiment then. And then 1 had the weird stuff with talking to enemies, so there was always like some interesting stuff they were trying. 3 didn't do that. I felt with 3 that I could just auto attack for almost every fight in the game. So Zan is physical, water is water, Sandworm is weak to water, so you do more damage with the Blizzard than Zan plus water would do separately. Okay. So generally, if you're going to use attack techniques with multiple characters, you may as well just be comboing. I'm guessing maybe later on that changes when you get other techs. Screen will briefly flash red when you walk around while someone's poisoned. Seem to recall that walking in a town with poison doesn't hurt. So it sounds like kind of similar to Pokemon then. How the screen would kind of flash when you're poisoned. I would say I'm kind of surprised with the difficulty of this so far. Maybe it levels off a bit later on, but it does feel quite difficult at the minute. Again, that's probably a gear check, I imagine. I imagine once I've got decent gear, it'll probably get significantly easier. He says knowing nothing about the game. This is the only instance you feel the check, okay. It can be situationally better to not use a combo, e.g. if you'll overkill, or if there was something better to use. For example, Chaz's Tsu is often the best ability versus some enemies and doesn't combo much. Okay, we have another step down. Skipped some side quests on other playthroughs and didn't feel it, honestly. It's just the post-rune syndrome. Game's mechanics are overcomplex. There's 3 different light elements and 8 different kinds of insta-kill. It's one side quest in particular, but I can't say too much about it for spoiler reasons. I appreciate it. Another mouse. Okay, we are getting a little bit low on TP, so we might have to go back soon. Yeah, I think we'll do this fight and then maybe go back and get heals up. I also like when you do the combos that it shows all the characters that are involved in the combo attack on screen doing it. You're almost there. Go back if you lose one team member. Okay. Unless you want more money. You might remember Rune's grab technique. That does bonus damage against flying enemies, but you've only counted one so far, and Han can one-shot those ones. Grab from Rune is overkill there. There is a box there. We should probably get that. Oh dear God. So I don't have the TP to do either of my big ones, so do we run? Because that seems quite scary. Not the Tri-Frog Factor. Yeah, we can't do any fancy Tri-Blasters or anything, so... Is this a run situation? Because I think they seem to do reasonable damage, so let's try running. Nice. That was not worth it in the slightest. Yeah, I think if I had Tri-Blaster, I would have probably done it, but maybe not now. Oop, Titanium Crown. Yeah, who uses that? Alice, cool. Okay, we've got a surprise attack, so let's try this. Gear for Alice, yeah, exactly. Yeah, Grizz is really strong. He's not rune strong, but he is helping quite a bit. Okay, nothing there. If Grizz had an aggro ability, the fights would be simpler. It's like I almost want them to attack Grizz just because he does feel like a tank. Stairs down the corridor to your left and then to the right. We are getting a bit of extra money at least. So I'm assuming what is it these stairs? Or further left? Can't remember if they're the ones we came up. Stairs down to your right. Ah, okay. Okay, that looks like somewhere I need to go eventually. The door is sealed tightly shut. Does anyone know open? I find it funny how close the stairs down are to the ones you came in this floor from. Yeah, we probably went the longest way around. Nice job, Chaz. Yeah, having the free heal every turn from the Woodcane is so useful. Yeah, I've equipped the titanium crown. Another key paralysis. Level up for Chaz. So while I think on. Okay, do we need to heal? One day I will stop hitting the inspect button. That day is not today. Yeah, the rest of them should be fine, I think. Oh dear. Quite glad I saved. Okay. Let's get rid of that poison. I'm quite glad that I tend to over-prepare and buy tons of mates. It's proven to be quite useful at the minute. Although we are getting very low on them now. So we do have a bit of TP left with Han, so you can use the rest of this time. I think next level Chaz learns Hinas But I'd keep using Escapades because the TP has better uses. Okay, we did get a surprise attack. I think with that in mind, we can try and take the frog. Yeah, piss off, bot. Technique Doran has been mastered. Just let me take care of that bot a second. How will bots do with needing age verification? We'll never know. I hope they've got some good photos, because they'll need them. Doran lowers enemy agility, okay. Okay, so that's how you get in that room. Okay. Interesting that one of them is already open. Maybe useful as a macro for the first round against a group of enemies, so you go first in future rounds. Is it that useful? Oh, we've got Alshline, cool. So this is Alshline. Okay, let's hurry and return to Zima and help these people out. Do you think I can go along? 50-50 chance one of those is falls. Better off using Sana at the beginning of the first round when you get it, okay. My own town was destroyed by Zio. I couldn't save my father or my mother. One way or another, I need to get my revenge. Hey, Grizz. We're not necessarily making this journey for the purpose of defeating Zio. But we are, you know we are. But didn't that tall guy who was with you say something like that? Oh, that. He was just arbitrarily saying stuff. What do you have against Zio? I mean, so far he's basically shown up and destroyed everything. Good to see a Zero as well. Either way, I can't stay in this town forever. I'm coming along even if you refuse to take me. Grizz. Come on, Chaz. There's nothing wrong with that. Grizz could be quite a help, and after all, no one knows what's going to happen from here on out. He was just arbitrarily breaking the fourth wall. Ignore him. I also like how pretty much everyone that we've had so far has just invited themselves to our party. Which kind of reminds me of Phantasy Star II, where every time you went home, someone just joined your party. He secretly just wants to get away from his sister for a while. Great. Once again, good to be working with you. Yeah, whatever. Let's get going. Alright, Han. I'm paranoid about opening any boxes in these games now, given that we've been Dark Force jump scared like twice. Oh, that's very nice of actually. Gives you escapade right at the end. Very kind of you. So is that everything I need to do in this dungeon, I'm assuming? I'm guessing we go back to Zima now. Also, there is a different colour mouse at the bottom of the screen. That's gone now. Did you see it? I did see the shiny mouse. There it is again. There was two. Dungeon cleared. Nice. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I like that it gives you an escape at the end just so you don't have to walk back. That is very kind of it. It's Choo Choo Rocket. Alright, let's get out of here because... we earned quite a lot of money doing that. Oh god, this music. I forgot about the music. I think for my next stream, I should just loop this music at the start of the stream. No one would watch. Because I don't think anyone could handle 5 minutes of this continuously. Alright, first up, let's get healed. I actually like the music. I mean, it's a jam, you know, but it is one of those that kind of... it's like an earworm, isn't it? It gets stuck in your head. Why would Falls hide? I mean, it wouldn't be the first time. It does like to hide in boxes. That Falls is hiding. I'm assuming it's hiding somewhere here as well. By the way, nice flowers. No DMCA copyright strike against this music, though. One day we're going to have mail. It's amazing that we've gone from like the pizza music in Phantasy Star 1 to this. We're going to need a nice flowers meme soon. I get the impression it's going to come up quite a lot. Okay, so we do still have... I believe we still have one escape. Yeah. There is some stuff we need to sell. You usually just fuck shit up in places where it causes harm. A barely used storeroom just isn't that good of a place to do evil. I do like the idea, particularly in Phantasy Star 3, that he just kind of waited in a box for 1,000 years, just biding his time, thinking, it worked last time, it's going to work again. I forgot when you started doing guild quests, but I think it's soon. Okay, we can get rid of the crown. I think that's it for now, actually. We should probably buy some mates, actually, while we're here. Whoops, sold the quest item. I've got to assume that you can't do that. Still a carbon suit. Oh yeah, because we got the upgrade, didn't we? So okay, I guess we can. Okay, next stop. Oh, got the right one first time. There's a couple of towns and dungeons before you get Hunter's Guild quests. So I think Probably want another titanium mail for Chaz. And then maybe a sword for Chaz. I mean, we've got the money, I'm pretty sure. Let's just check how much the sword is. We'll get the right one eventually. There it is. And helm as well. Okay, so 560 for the sword. Yeah, we'll grab that. I will remember these at some point. Okay, so we want titanium helm and titanium mail, I think. If you want a quick way to Zima, buy a telepipe, will do. Yeah, and titanium helm. Please telepipe out of this place. Are you a little sick of the music? I do not blame you. Let's just sell the spare stuff. I like this some sound that somehow sounds like a dog bark. I'm pretty sure it is a dog bark. I can't think of what else it would be. It does sound like a dog barking to me. Okay, give me a telepipe. So then, when I use telepipe, does it just ask me where I want to teleport to? Did it try blocking that because of a link? It could be a Motavian bark. We did see a dog in another town though, so we know that dogs of some description do exist. It's Excalibur that MP3 used in PSO. Yeah, I have always maintained that Excalibur in PSO BB sounds like a dog barking when you swing it. Someone needs to change the sound on that now so it just plays this music instead when you swing it. Okay, and we want to go to Zema. Dog Scalibur. I used to call it Excalibur. There you go. No longer do you have to hear that music. For now, at least. Excalibur also works. It's very dramatic. I like to imagine that this guy just broke out of it through sheer will. Oh, why it's you, Han? By golly, this is someplace. Because it still barks when I'm bought the special in this. There are just tons of relics from an earlier civilization all over the place. Can I say, this on the right here, because you can't really see his eyes very well. He's sort of got like an evil dude face here. It looks very unsettling. It's like if you woke up in the middle of the night and saw that. You've come at the right time. You too. Do you realise you've been petrified the whole time? Professor Holt, this is no time for that kind of thing. Do you know you were turned into stone by Zio? Hmm? Oh, really? Well, here I am now, as good as new, so not to worry. Like he just doesn't care that he's been turned to stone. Alright, let's reopen the investigation immediately. Han. Yes, sir. Go back to the academy. Han, piss off. Han is kind of a doofus. He just wants this day to be over so he can retire. He was one day away and then he got turned to stone. Give them a report on the state of affairs here. Everyone was turned to stone and now they're not. Yes, sir. I'm glad that being turned entirely to stone for a while has no downside. Apparently not. If anything, it gives you longevity. Good, we're off further into Birth Valley. What a strange old man. Oh well, at least we've settled one problem. I'm so sorry. He didn't even say a word of thanks. Well, he's just that kind of guy. Oh, don't worry about that, Han. Well, I'm kind of tired after getting this job done. Let's take it easy today, eh, Chaz? Okay. I'm going to return to the academy. I feel like we've got all these party members now, we're just going to lose them all. I've got to report about what's been happening till now. Okay. What about Grizz? You talking about me? Who else is called Grizz? I'm going off to conquer Zio, even if that means me alone. Let's not be so rash. I don't care whether it's rash or not. I've already made up my mind. We've come to a good break point, what with one job done. Normally at this junction, we would go back to the town of... is that Iador? Where the guild is located. What was that? So much for the rest day, I guess. Someone's screaming. Oh, it's this dude. PSU moment. How are we going to get in with this creature blocking the way? I'm sure this is the first thing we fought. We'll have to destroy it. Now? I mean, yes. Remember when this guy was vulnerable to status effects when you first fought him? Remember you have an insta-kill skill now. Does that actually work? Okay, so I'm trying to remember. So, was Bros the one you can use against biomonsters? Just tell Grizzard Zeal. Okay, go on. I need to see this. Go on, man. Is it worth me using crosscut just in case this doesn't work? Grizz goes last, so maybe not worth using crosscut then. Let's just use that for now. Earth is here. Earth could stun it, but crosscut is here for this guy. Okay. I'll bet him out for next turn. Assuming he survives this turn. And I'll use that just in case. Hey, even star. Well, that did not appear to work, unfortunately. So I guess we try a crash. Yeah, really enjoying it at the minute, even so. Yeah, I think obviously I played through 1, 2, and 3. I think this is already my favourite. So I'll go for crosscut just in, you know, I want to use it. I want to see what it's like. That is a lot of damage. I see why I can only use it once at the minute. Okay, that was ridiculously easy. I felt like a Phantasy Star IV boss fight in terms of difficulty. It did go out with a bang. Would not have minded another sequel of this quality. I don't really know a whole lot about 4, honestly, so I'm sure I remember hearing something about the, I think was it Sega of America wanted to like charge a fortune for it, or didn't want to release it at first or something in the West. Crosscut is fun, and the leveling progression is made so you get it in time for this battle to cheese this guy. How is it now, Alice? Well, it's a little better now. It's a curse. It's because we violated the sacred area that something like this is happening. A curse. I wonder what's further inside. What's going on? The professor is still in there. Ah. Alice? Whenever Han asks a question of Alice, you kind of know what's coming. I'll keep it to 1,000 Mazetta. My wedding fund. Oh no. Yeah, explain that one. Yeah, before we do that though, get rinsed heart. By the way, has anyone ever told you? Nice flowers. 80 Mazetta. That's disgusting. Can you get a peek at the inside of Birth Valley today? I promise it'll be very hype. I will try. Just make sure there's nothing in here first. Sky is disgusted at in-price inflation. I mean, I probably should talk to all the people that were previously stolen. We've got monsters appearing and Zeo is coming. Is this village cursed? A big meteorite fell beyond the bridge to the north. It fell close to the village of Nalia. I wonder if they're okay. Oh, so you're the guys who saved us. Thank you. Finally some recognition. The bridge north of the village is broken. I bet that's also Zeo's doing. Right now we're fixing it as fast as we can. You should be able to cross it shortly. The thing is, I just don't know what to make of Birth Valley. I hear it's a sacred area, so I haven't gotten too close to it. Sometimes a groaning sound can be heard coming from there. This is Zima. Birth Valley is located further on, but I think it's better not to have anything to do with it. Yeah, we just pretend it doesn't exist. And maybe it'll go away. I need to talk to you. It's because that investigation team came up setting things in Birth Valley that we're having problems. We want the people from Motavia Academy to go home. Professor Holt has gone into the depths of Birth Valley and hasn't come back since. After all we did to obtain the Alshline to turn him from stone back to flesh. This teacher of yours is such a pain in the butt. Okay, I was assured that this will be hype, so... I now remember how to get through here. Okay, maybe not that way. At least these are all still pretty easy enemies. I mean, it's already good, but you know what I mean. A free antidote? You're too kind. Well. Okay, we save it. The monsters from the depths are... Professor Holt has gone into the depths and has not returned. Maybe It's too late. No. Worth it. Oh, I'm so happy this is in. I'll just stand here and vibe for a bit. I'm very happy they brought this song back. Also, yeah, this was... Did this say it was a biolab? Remember I said Crash was more likely to work on machine in a maze? Noted. Yikes, what's that? We're going to die. This is such a good version of this tune. I mean, there is not a bad version of Trick Track. Stop cowering. Men are such cowards. It's nothing. That's true. There's some writing here. Sterilization treatment completed. Please follow the line on the floor. I wasn't sure if that was a door or not. Follow the line on the floor. But the line's ended. It's back. We're saved. Check the sides for chests, okay. Okay, so we've got machines, fair enough. Oh, Grizz, you can't miss. Chaz is really channeling his inner humor. That is a wiki. Very, very weird kind of fish man thing. I don't really know what to make of that. I'm assuming Biomonster. He is Monos. I'm glad that's been cleared up. These futuristic boxes. Cure process. Yeah, no parallax scrolling as well. It's huge. Arm drawn. You know, I don't really know what you do, but okay, so we're resistant to that then. Okay. Noted. More like Mornus because he's dead. I got another use to Crash. Wow. Okay, so he's like an upgraded version, I assume. Yeah, they are quite a bit stronger. So when you said there's a hype moment coming, was it the fact that that was Trick Track, or is there like a big thing coming that's worth going for? I'm assuming, I mean, there's obviously a reason we've come here. There's some writing here. Elevator W3 to the west section. I'm going to assume this is E3 then. Yeah. I have no idea which way to go. Is there any particular way I need to go here? You meant Trick Track. Okay, we've got a surprise attack in, nice. Oh, it doesn't matter, fair enough. Okay, we've got more boxes that have already been opened. Again, I'm just saving before I open boxes. I do not trust this game. Gripped Crown. I'm assuming that's for Alice. Graphite Crown. It's a bit of a stretch, isn't it? It's a shame Alice isn't slightly stronger to be able to one-shot these. So it is graphite, okay. There's some writing here. West section, unauthorized entry prohibited beyond this point. So should I backtrack and go to the other section first before I go in here? Doesn't matter, keep at it, okay. It's completely sealed. I wonder if it collapsed from the earthquake or something. Okay. More post-Rune syndrome. Yeah, if Rune was here, we'd be able to go there. Oh, new enemy. Okay, that's a tanky boy. If only Room was here to use Flurley. Yeah, I miss him already. Yeah, okay, they do a lot of damage, so I need to be careful of those. Didn't expect you to finish the storage dungeon this week. I'm only going because apparently there's something hype coming up. Yeah, that works. Toughest guy in here and he's not all that tough. Might be worth using Crash if you see more of them. Okay. It's identical to the find in the basement of the academy. They must have transported those things from here. Do we get anything with our party? No. Nice. Oh, someone is slaying Hinas. So much for no parallax backgrounds. Oops, ceramic sword. Yep, that is a lot stronger. I don't really like it when there's more than one of those tank things. Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah, Chaz does a lot more damage now. Ah, Crash didn't work, unfortunately. Okay, antidote. It's really making me work. All I'm going to be hearing is Trick Track. The hand just got, like, annihilated. And no, we can't revive him. Oh, Crash is not doing the work at the minute. Okay, we did get a lot of money from that. He is dying, he is. Alright, so we are pretty much all mates as well, so it's getting a bit spicy now. And obviously Han's the one that's dead as well, so I can't have him use Rester. We are in a really awkward situation here. Yeah, again, I have no idea. Well, I found the professor. I'm assuming that means this is the right way. Professor, thank goodness you're safe. I see why you wanted me to do this now. Oh, it's you, Han. You came to rescue me. Good job. Well, it seems pretty safe here. But how on earth were you able to escape on your own? Well, you see, this person here came to my rescue. She's standing quite menacingly. Who? Welcome, everybody. Glad to have you here. Alright, the game has just improved twice as much. Yeah, Han woke up to say hi. What? Who are you? My name is Rika. Pleased to meet you. Rika. Those ears. What on earth are you? I like that no one has any recollection of them because it's been so long since now, I guess. Yeah, what on earth? Earth? And what is this place? This is the bioplant. It's a research facility for bioengineering created by a 1,000-year-old civilization. We don't mess with 1,000-year-old civilizations. Yeah, Brightstar, the only reason I know that Rika's called Fal is because for some reason, this is really confusing, but in NGS, the weapon camo for the claw is called Fal Claw. But for some reason, then they also added a line strike card for her and called her Rika. So she has both names in NGS. This is from an ancient advanced civilization. Is it still operational? Oh, yes. What's more, this isn't the only one. There are many such systems that have maintained their functionality. And it's thanks to these systems, which control Motavia's climate, soil, and ecology systems, that the human race was able to avoid total destruction after the Great Collapse. Really? Is that true? If that's the case, how come this recent environmental destruction is taking place? Even though the control system is still functioning, it can barely maintain the minimal conditions for your existence. Even now, the system is starting to run out of control. Chaz, do you understand? What? Well, moving on. Then, does that mean the recent increase of biomonsters is coming from here? Yes, unfortunately so. If you want to know more, talk to Seed. He's over there. Seed? PSU moment. I see what we're doing here. It kind of feels at the minute like every Phantasy Star game that I'm more familiar with is just kind of merging into one game, and it's just all of them. Or rather, the other ones took from this. So where's this person called Seed? He's right in front of you. So what I'm getting here is that Ellie is basically a reference to... is basically a, you know, a little subtle reference to Rika. And I'm assuming this is similar to Callus. What's going on? I am Seed, the control computer for this bioplant. Wow, an artificial intelligence. I can't believe it. Yeah, I was also thinking that's one which as well. You know, I play a lot of Final Fantasy VIII, so as soon as I see Seed, I think of that as well. At least we didn't have to find the White Seed ship. That's right, this is no exception. Check my status here. The system is beyond my control. It's continuously breeding harmful monsters. Just as I thought. If we leave each of these systems running out of control, along with the monster problem, will have abnormal climate conditions and violent changes in the planet's surface. Now it kind of feels like we are doing a big callback to Phantasy Star 2 as well. You know, the whole we're in a biosystems lab. We need to sort the climate out. Latavia will be destroyed. What should we do? The only thing we can do is to shut down the system. An ancient civilization put ChatGPT into a thermostat. Oh yeah, we mentioned PSU's seed as well. But stopping the system itself will cause problems. We won't be able to maintain the ecosystem. That's better than the system ruining everything. But these systems are spread out all over the place. Don't worry. All we have to do is to shut down the plant, Nervous, which supplies energy to each system. That will shut them all down. First, please rescue the control android, Demi. I know Demi just because of the PSU character that shows up on the streams. She's the only one that can stop Nervous. Rescue? What do you mean, rescue? Right now, Demi is being held hostage by a man named Zio. It's always Zio. Zio again. Who on earth is this Zio? Earth mentioned again. I myself don't know what Zio is all about. So all we have to do is to rescue this Demi, right? Where is she being held hostage? She's with Zio. And the name of that castle is Zio's Force. That's convenient. I think we saw... I'm sure we saw that earlier in the game. Was that across a sand field that you couldn't get to? If it's the place I'm thinking of. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Is that by any chance beyond the quicksand of Mal? Oh, that sinister-looking castle north of Zimmer. It's a pretty long way to go. But having heard all this, we have no choice. It's been a long time since I felt so excited. And while we're at it, why don't we get rid of that disgusting character Zio? Hey, that's the spirit. So, you will go? Please take Rika with you. Who is this girl, anyway? She seems curiously knowledgeable about these matters. She is my child. Are you saying that she's an artificial life form? That's right. She's a product of 1,000 years of improvement on genetic information from a prototype prior to the Great Collapse. I'm guessing by prototype they're referring to either near or near first. I've also given her a basic education. She will surely be a great help to you. Alright, Seed, we'll take her. 1,000 years again. Thank you. I've always wanted to be able to see the outside world. Rika, take care. Okay, let's get going to Zio's fort. Which shows how small Rika is. Well, either that or Alice is very tall, one of the two. I must first go back to the academy. We have to spread this information as much as possible. There is only one way for me to stem the outbreak of monsters. Now that I have sent into the world the fruit of 1,000 years worth of research, there are no obstacles to its execution. We're outdoors. Wow, I didn't know the sky was so blue. These flowers. Nice flowers. They're so beautiful. How lovely. Being cooped up all this time underground, everything must be so novel. Also fairly novel. What was that? I'm going to assume that was seed exploding. An explosion. Seed. Rika, you must carry on the will of seed. You love Chaz in the center panel. I didn't notice that, yeah. You can't look back now. I know. Okay, so first of all, I will just get healed up and then we'll probably wrap things up. First of all, let's have a look at... Well, let's do talk first. We've got to hurry and stop the system that's running out of control. For Seed's sake, too. First, we'll have to rescue this android called Demi. We'll have to go to Zio's fort. Just what we all wanted to do. You're talking about that castle beyond the quicksand that can be seen from the village of Mile. I guess we'll have to go around from the north. Nice flowers. 100 Mazetta. Okay, let's just have a quick look at Rika. So she's level 1. She is very, very weak at the minute. Pay the Huni tax. Near Nerf first was an accident. The prototype for Rika was likely near third from the manga set 800 years ago. Thirdos has the same armor as Rika. Unfortunately, the manga was left unfinished. Ah, that sucks. Yeah, how much talking from beyond the grave? Because unsurprisingly, she uses 2 claws. She does appear to be geared up fine, and has really decent attack power. The health is a bit of an issue. Yeah, it's Newman. So yeah, I think we'll probably call it one there for today, I think. Let's just get it saved while I think on. Yeah, so other than that today, I'm really, really impressed with this game so far, honestly. Really, really enjoying it. Definitely a lot more than the others. And I like 2 a lot. Back from the meeting, I see you've gotten to the Newman Law Bomb. We've just got Rika. So yeah, we will definitely pick this up again next Wednesday. On Sunday, I am going to be streaming again. I don't know what game yet, honestly. Feel free to let me know on the Discord, and thank you for the 13-star rare drop. Yeah, feel free to let me know on the Discord if you've got any preference for the Sunday stream. I know the anniversary on PSO is probably not starting yet, so if there's any other Phantasy Star that you'd prefer to play on the weekend, just let me know. I'm happy to play any, honestly. Yeah, I'm not sure, Drac. I haven't really kept up on the event. Rika also levels up a bit faster. Speedrunners funnel all the experience from bosses to her. It's going to end right on Sunday, yeah, so we might miss it then. Yeah, I'll have a think. We will play a Phantasy Star of some description, but it probably won't be PSO just because I know the anniversary is starting soon. Yeah, so I would imagine it'll either be probably the PSU, 0, or PSO2. Yeah. I'll have a think. So yeah, we'll be streaming then on Sunday. Obviously, there'll be the Discord event on Saturday as well, so if you want to drop in there, feel free. But yeah, we will definitely pick this back up on Wednesday because I'm really enjoying this game. So yeah, if you have enjoyed the stream, I know it's gone on a bit longer today, but I think it was worth it. Please consider either liking, subscribing, or joining as a member if you want to. You can follow us up on Twitch as well. I do have an X and a Bluesky you can follow if you want to. And I also do have a Discord server you can join as well, so feel free to join us over there if you haven't already. As always, thank you to everyone on both YouTube and Twitch for the advice, particularly for stuff with the combos in this game, because it is quite confusing sometimes. So I do appreciate all the help. So whatever you're doing, have a good week, and I'll see you guys on Sunday. See ya.